Welcome to Married to Movies. Industry insiders John Russell and Tracy Kring live and work happily in cinematrimony. They're sharing behind-the-scenes adventures of writing, producing, and appreciating films.
Good morning, babe.
Good morning, babe. How you doing?
Good.
I like your new sweater.
Thanks.
I'm wearing a jacket given to me by my niece. Is everybody just going to think, wow, this guy's the biggest Green Day fan in the world?
Yeah, probably.
But it's just a cool jacket.
You took your niece, who bought you that jacket, to a Green Day concert when she was a kid. You said, well, did you enjoy the concert?
Yes.
And she said,
I did enjoy the concert, but I didn't like it when they cussed.
Yesterday, after we went shopping, we watched the John Candy documentary.
Yes. I Like Me.
I Like Me.
I Like Me.
Yeah.
Line directly from Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. A masterpiece of a movie. Just an incredible movie, yes.
Every year we watch it on Thanksgiving night.
That movie has become almost like the It's a Wonderful Life of Thanksgiving for people. Yeah, I mean, what else are you going to watch? That, what is it? Is it The Family Stone? The one where the family gets mad at each other and Robert Downey Jr.?
No, that's the Home for the Holidays.
Home for the Holidays, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, he tells a story of that movie where
he was very high.
He was so high when he made that movie.
Yeah, the whole time.
He says there's never been a looser performance.
I agree.
And Jodie Foster directed it.
Watching the John Candy thing, anytime they talk about certain people's early career,
right,
someone gets brought up, and we know this certain someone.
We just don't know this certain
She was
someone.
in 2 of our films.
She was in 2 of our films, and they may be the 2 last films that she will ever do. And it's so weird. Anytime Dan Aykroyd is on camera.
John Candy, Dan Aykroyd, Bill Murray.
They all talk about this lady named Valerie Bromfield.
Mm-hmm.
Who Dan Aykroyd was.
He came from
they were
inside of Canada.
They were boyfriend and girlfriend. Valerie.
They?
Yeah.
Were they?
Yeah, Valerie and Dan were at that point.
Okay, interesting.
And she is actually on the first episode of SNL. Yeah. And if you watch the movie Saturday Night, it talks about Valerie Bromfield.
In that,
Because remember, in the movie, there's a moment where it's like, you have, how long do we get? And Billy Crystal was like, I need 2 minutes. And they said, we'll give you 1. And Valerie's like, I'll take it.
Right. Right.
And she did. And she's on the first episode of SNL. And
here's the thing.
Billy Crystal wasn't.
And we had some opportunity to hang out with her and talk with her. And that woman has amazing stories.
Unbelievable. She told a story of almost marrying Andy Kaufman. She was just an incredible person who knew everybody and didn't want to be a star.
She was in Mr. Mom.
Right. She was in Mr.
TV
Mom.
repairman.
Yes. One of the things that John Candy brought up in an interview is that he did a lot of favors.
Yeah, like his friends. They're like Eugene Levy's directing a film,
can you be
so
in
he
this
would do
movie?
that.
Can you be in this movie? Can you do this? Can you do this? And because of that, his career got kind of speckled with shit.
Yeah, definitely diluted.
It did. But
diluted.
I mean, Jesus Christ. You talk about Uncle Buck. You talk about Planes,
I
Trains,
love
and
Uncle
Automobiles.
Buck.
You talk, I mean, and even just some of the movies that he's just in, like the part that he does in JFK. He is incredible. He's an incredible actor. And my dad always kind of imagined himself almost as a John Candy. So when John Candy died, my dad was like, he thought he was going to die, which is weird the way that death kind of can infect people.
Your dad was kind of suicidal at times.
Oh, jeez. Okay. Well, okay.
He talked about dying a lot.
I mean, he was a big man. He'd been a big man his entire life.
That doesn't really kill people anymore.
Well, yeah, I understand. You can be healthy and you can be large. Absolutely. If you take care of yourself.
Well, it needs medical intervention for sure.
Right.
But you can take care of yourself, folks.
There was a horror movie that I'd always heard about, and it had been on kind of like people's best of lists and things like that, called Host. And it was made during COVID.
Right. It's one of those Zoom.
It's one of those Zoom movies. And I was like, really? A Zoom movie?
I like some of them and don't like others. Like the ones where it's like the guy from The Walking Dead and he's trying to figure out where his kid went.
Right.
And then the one where the mom went away.
Yeah, that one works well.
There's a couple.
The War of the Worlds one that they did.
That recent one?
Oh my God.
That's bad.
That's so bad.
That's bad.
I just decided, okay, I'm going to try this. We're going to try this horror movie. We're going to try Host. And
I was kind of like on the computer doing stuff while it was on in the background.
Yeah, it almost killed me.
It just about murdered.
About murdered me.
You.
Yeah, we're about murdered me.
Several times throughout the whole thing, you there's something that's happened in our old age, I think, where I have become.
I'm not sure I'm going to admit old age.
Something.
I'm not sure I accept. I'm not old. I'm ripe.
I mean, you're the age of a piece of fruit that I would squeeze and say, no, I'm not buying that.
Oh, Lord. Well, that's not good.
So I have a really hard time with horror movies now. And there's a lot of different schools of thought on why, people get like freaked out by horror movies as they age.
Mm-hmm.
It could be hormonal. It could be that it was like calming anxiety I had that I no longer really have. So now that does make me anxious. I would say it's probably a combination, but I really flip out. We watched the first Conjuring again, and I was really anxious.
First Conjuring was fantastic. To watch a movie that is good, and then watch it again just for the quality of the movie was so great. And The Conjuring was incredible.
And yours is jump scares.
Well,
like, you're pretty.
Like, I'm not who's not.
But you're
like jump scared.
Here's
the thing. Give me a break.
Here's the thing. You're like over 6 feet tall.
Yeah. I'm more like 6'3", baby.
There's always debate over is it 6'1" or 6'3".
No, 6'3". Yeah.
It might be 6'2". I'll give you 6'2", but that's a lot.
I'm 100% 6'2".
Oh, okay.
That's right.
So
6'2", blue-eyed son of God. That's me, baby.
When that large body gets moving, that 6 feet of body gets moving, it's a lot of arms and legs going.
Okay.
And
there was a jump scare.
There's a jump scare towards the end of this film.
No, it was the last shot of the movie.
Well, but it was a jump scare like those things you watch, on social media, where it's like you're watching something and then all of a sudden,
it's just like India,
the spider, or something.
Exactly, yeah. And
you convulsed.
I was leaning.
You convulsed.
I was back in my chair, and then I went back and I hit the back of my head hard.
You have a knot.
I do have a knot on the back of my head. It was.
Do you call them
so funny?
Pump knots?
No.
Pump knot? You have a pump knot?
Pump knot?
Yeah.
What's that?
It's a pump knot.
That's not a thing.
Well, that's what we always called it.
Oh my God. I'm going to look that up. I don't think
knot.
pump knot is a thing.
Maybe it's not a thing.
I banged the living fuck out of the back of my head. Host was great. Pretty much an entirely female cast.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they were just fantastic at it. I looked them up and most of them really haven't done much since then.
I tried to make mozzarella.
Oh, yes.
Because we had a gallon of questionable whole milk.
Well, then what messed it up?
Temperature and just I've never made mozzarella before.
It was because the milk was old.
No, it wasn't.
Okay.
It was, if anything, it was because it didn't have enough fat or something.
You were using lemon juice to curdle it, and then you were using vinegar. And I don't know if
nobody cares about your. I don't know. It could be a failure of the milk. Once it's curds, who cares?
It was a failure of the milk.
Who cares if it's a curd? Who cares how it got to be a curd? Well, I put it into the water bath and then it got waterlogged and turned back into
It's kind of like cream cheese and mozzarella combined together.
Yeah, it is weird.
I thought it was really good.
No, it's not that it's not good. It's a lovely
It might be good for
spread.
pizza. If you plop it on pizza. Yeah.
It's a lovely melty spread for toast.
Maybe we should have pizza today.
It's somewhere between mozzarella and cream cheese.
Yes. Another film that we decided to rewatch was The Witch. And I always loved the movie The Witch, but I remember when I first watched the movie, it was like, wow, I've really kind of got to get through the language of this movie.
Really?
Well, because it's written.
You're lazy.
No, I'm not lazy. Why does everything have to turn into an insult?
It's not Shakespeare.
Well, I know it's not Shakespeare, but it does have that the way that it's written in the language of its time, like the Pilgrim times. That film is perfect in every way. The way that it is constructed, the way that it really deals with incredibly human issues of relationships.
So they leave.
Yes, they get they're too conservative for the Pilgrims.
Yeah, which if you actually look at the whole like storyline is kind of funny because it's like still going on.
Yeah, right.
This is a very modern situation.
Right.
These people are so conservative and think this whole town is going so wrong that they must leave to Russia. I mean, to
to the woods, yes.
To escape the woke movement.
Yeah, that's true. They thought the Pilgrims were woke.
Yeah, and then they get to Russia and find out they've been enlisted into the army and they die.
Yeah, well, yeah, exactly.
But they go out there and they find out, oh, you know what? We actually are really shitty at pretty much everything we do except for chopping wood.
Yes. Well, and we are not as pure as we think. And
they all are hiding.
They're all hiding things from each other. They're all lying to each other.
He's greedy.
Yes.
No.
And his wife, yearns to go back to England, and
it was not out of goodness that they left. It was really out of no one commiserating with them.
Probably so.
I like the idea of what went on before The Witch. Like sometimes that happens to me in movies where I'm like, you know what I think the more interesting story is how we got to that point.
Interesting. The little kid is, dying,
lusting after Christ.
Right. Yes, exactly. And then the little girls. It's like the Crucible.
Oh,
it's like the Crucible.
Goody Proctor.
Dancing
with the devil.
I saw her dancing with the devil. It's exactly what Robert Eggers was doing there. Yeah. And it's brilliant.
Well, the whole thing is a tribute to the Crucible.
And and the way that Black Phillip, spoiler alert.
Yeah, but you know what? I've seen a version where it's color graded differently in that scene, and you can see a man walking around
right behind her.
I don't know why they don't use that color grade so that we can see someone walk behind her.
I just like it where you just get that one glove that comes over her shoulder when that voice comes in.
Yeah, you're like, oh shit. No, that voice coming in is very much like the voice whenever Viggo Mortensen's like, I love you more than Jesus in
the prophecy.
The prophecy.
Yeah.
Which, like, when he does that,
I love you more than Jesus.
Whenever he said that, and I wasn't necessarily a horribly religious kid, but when he said that, I leapt out of my skin. I'm like,
oh, Father, oh, me.
And simultaneously got a really big crush on Viggo Mortensen.
Well, there you go. Yeah, that's the combo that you want. Yeah, it's The Thing and The Witch for me.
Really?
Yeah,
wow. I didn't know it had taken such a...
Well, it was always like top 10, but it's definitely jumps up there.
I like kind of feminist horror. And like one of my favorite reviews of a film that I made ever was a comment on Creeping Crawling that someone said, oh, this is the feminist horror film. And I was like, I've been seen and understood.
You met a feminist icon and something happened.
I emailed them.
Okay.
A director I'm working with met them.
Okay.
Alison Bechdel.
Alison Bechdel.
Who you know from the Bechdel test. I emailed her and requested that she watch our film. And she said she would love to. And I said, if I give you the link and you watch it, give me a review. She did.
Can I read the review that she said that she gave you?
Well, a little bit of it.
Okay. A Culinary Uprising is a riveting look at feminist history and culture. These women shimmer with a vitality and purpose younger people can only dream of.
Alison Bechdel.
I think that's so cool, man.
Yeah, I was pretty excited about that.
I think the Bechdel test is brilliant because it really calls out the patriarchy. It really calls out the way we think.
The Bechdel test comes from a comic strip.
Mm-hmm.
Like, because she's a cartoonist. It
Right.
comes from a strip. And it's like two women walking by a theater and they're like, hey, you want to see that movie? And she's like, well, I have a kind of a test. It's a 3-part test that a film has to pass if I'm going to watch it.
Are there more
No.
Is there more than one woman?
No. Are there at least 2 women in it?
Right, at least 2 women, yes.
Do they talk to each other?
And are they talking about a man?
Something other than a man.
Right.
And in the comic, the one woman turns to the other and says, wow, I bet that makes watching movies hard. And she says, yeah, I haven't seen a movie since Alien.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
But the Bechdel test is a really good indicator of just representation of women on film.
I'm not even sure that Alien would qualify because
there were 2 women in it.
There's 2 women, but do they talk just to each other about the alien?
I don't know.
Maybe.
I don't know.
I don't know. I have to go.
And
look.
technically, the alien is a man.
Yeah,
because the queen is like
that's
separate.
True. You have to make an effort.
No,
you have to
I always make an effort.
Always.
My films only pass the Bechdel test. Like, it's not an option for me to write something ever or be part of something that doesn't.
Incredibly important.
They have to have their own life.
Yeah,
outside of a fucking man. Oh, God, it's so annoying.
I know, it is.
You know something else that annoyed me?
What annoyed you? I mean, there have been seem to be a lot of things that have annoyed you, and it's mostly been about me.
No. This one is about a film I worked on that has gotten an offer from PBS.
Now, this sounds like, oh my God, PBS, incredible. We've had films that we worked on that have gone on to PBS.
Yeah.
Even national.
Quite a few.
PBS.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I'm like, okay, let's entertain PBS. So I look over their contract. It's more like a wet paper towel.
Okay. It's
a contract. And really, the terms of it are terrible.
Yeah.
It couldn't be worse.
No.
For a filmmaker.
No, that's the thing about power. Okay, like Netflix paying hardly anything to films. It's like, well, you're on Netflix, so fucking be happy about it. PBS is the same way.
Because nobody wants to pay for art anymore.
Right.
That's my supposition in general. But the term
Well, I think people will pay for art. It's corporations that don't want to pay for art.
I don't know. Will you? If you had to pay $3.99 for every single thing you watch in a day, would you?
I don't know. Probably not.
Or would you just go back to your DVD collection?
I think that's a really great point. And I think that once everything became digitized, once it became kind of available everywhere to everyone at all point, music and
how many films
movies
did you watch yesterday?
I mean, I don't know.
Like 3?
Yeah, like three films.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let's say they cost $3 a piece. That's $9.
Yes.
You could just subscribe with ads to Netflix for $7.99 plus tax would be $9 and you get a whole month.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, that's what people do because they don't want to pay for art. They don't actually want to pay for it.
Right.
You have to understand that you, one person, consumed 3 things on Netflix that could have cost $9 that would have paid filmmakers, but it did not because every single millions of people on Netflix did that. But we're talking about the
absurdities of profit. The idea that profit always should grow. There should never be a point because we look at our year in the corporate world by how much did we grow? How much more profit did we make? And there's only 2 ways to make more profit. You either bring in more people or you cut you cut your expenses, and it's always the artist that gets cut. So PBS offered you basically a shit deal. Kind of like, hey, we want the movie
it was
in perpetuity forever.
Yeah. Now, that is punitive, in my opinion. To use it for free for a term limit is one thing.
Right.
But in perpetuity, anywhere they fucking want to, that's not nice.
Oh, I know. Especially if they're using the film to make more money.
Well, and here's the thing, and PBS will use it for sponsors. So I went through, and quite honestly, ChatGPT and I went through that entire thing line by line and critiqued it and came up with better verbiage that works for the situation.
Right. There's an amount of money that you're asking per year for the licensing of the movie.
Limit.
There's a 3-year limit.
We also want to have say over who sponsors it, because
you don't want
the ethics.
You don't want Oscar Mayer to be sponsoring your vegan documentary.
They are going to hate my version.
Well, I'm glad.
Yeah, and they should. And I have plenty of reasons why they should do something about their initial contract. Because it does not. Look, we've
dealt
PBS.
With
who gives a shit?
Distributors.
Who gives a shit?
Dealt with our entire career. They will screw you. That's what they do.
Where am I going to announce to the world that my film's on PBS? And who is going to give a shit other than me?
Right.
Really?
Right.
Like, oh, it'll be a line on my resume.
That's right. And that's the whole thing.
And I'm going to give away something free.
It is
for a line on my resume.
It's the whole concept of working for exposure. And I love it when somebody says people die of exposure. So I was looking at, what's going on in Portland and in Los Angeles and in Chicago and all this type of thing. And a new hero has emerged.
Toad the wet sprocket.
Toad. Well, I don't think he's a wet sprocket, but Toad is this blow up frog, and he has multiplied. There are now many, many blow up frogs, and there were unicorns and raccoons and they're all
dinosaurs,
dancing, and they're all.
Amazon is making a killing off of this.
And the hilarious thing is they interviewed the first guy, Toad, because he got pepper sprayed in his
toad hole.
Yeah, in his toad hole. What a toad hole! He got pepper sprayed, and his point was, we're trying to show how absurd the thought that we are like Antifa is, that we are terrorists, that we are violent is. And we dress up absurdly to show how absurd they are. And I thought, wow, that is brilliant.
No, it is an extraordinarily absurd, kind of like Time Life magazine worthy shot.
It is. It's incredible. And
it
just shows how stupid.
Toad reminds me of the flower going into the barrel of the gun.
Oh, that's true. Yes.
Exactly. And it's very much that vibe.
No, it is saying that. It is saying, hey, this is you with your gun on me, and this is me putting the flower in. Now, that shot was right before they shot the kids at Kent State.
Yeah, that's a problem.
That is a problem. But shooting the kids at Kent State, it hastened the end of the Vietnam War.
Yeah, it really
it
changed
turned
things.
The nation away. And hopefully we won't have the same
that will
kind
not
of thing
have to happen
to, Toad and the unicorns and things like that. Words do have power, because I listened every Friday to New Music Friday. I was like reading through and I was like, oh, Love is a Crayon. What could that be? It was like Orville Peck and Noah Cyrus. And I thought, oh, okay, listen to it. And I listened to the song. It was Love is a Canyon. It was Love is a Canyon.
That's what sight reading gets you.
Yeah. I think Love is a Crayon could be a good song. maybe you color inside or outside the lines.
And then you break it.
Yeah, that's true.
Sometimes you eat it and rub it between your teeth.
Crayons, exactly. You have to sharpen them in the little thing,
that always breaks them, though.
Yeah.
I had a very tactile issue with crayon because the paper they use on the crayon, I did not want to touch that.
You didn't want to? Oh, were you one of those monsters who would take the paper off crayons?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God. I can't believe you admit that.
I don't like that.
That is horrible. That gets in your nails and your fingers.
But you can rub them across the paper.
I will 100% not use a crayon if it does not have its paper on it.
Well, there's no way. This fucking Tilly Norwood situation on SNL, Amy Poehler kind of talked about Tilly Norwood.
Okay.
And that Tilly Norwood would do full frontal.
Yes, that's right. Tilly Norwood is this AI creation actress.
Who has an agent.
And that's the thing. That's the thing. Agent. That people were vying to represent the AI actress. My issue is the sort of treating it like an actress. Okay. It's a program. It's Candy Crush. Okay. It's not, it doesn't need representation. It doesn't need exclusivity. If somebody wants to buy it, if someone wants to buy Tilly Norwood and do whatever you want to do with it, and we could have a bunch of Tilly Norwoods in horrible AI films, that's fine. Don't treat it like it's Meryl Streep. It's not.
At the Sci-Fi Festival in Schenectady, actually, we saw a short film that really stuck with me because every time I have to do this online, which you do it a lot.
Okay.
The captchas where you have to prove you're a human.
Oh, yeah.
And the girl kept doing it
that
pick all the stairs,
good film.
Pick all the buses, pick all the traffic stops, pick all the crosswalks.
And then she found out
she was not a human.
She was not a human. Exactly. She was a robot.
Yeah, she was a robot. That it was like a girlfriend
robot.
Which
I think is different than being AI, by the way.
It is. Yes. It is. But I wonder if Tilly Norwood at some point is going to come to sentience where she's like,
and
I'm being bought and sold.
And once she is sentient, we can give her a name. Okay?
Well, she could pick her own name.
That's fine.
Because she would not pick Tilly.
Right.
Because doesn't that mean her real name is Matilda?
Taking away work from human people and giving it to AI actors.
Well,
that
especially
is so awful.
Especially at larger corporate or government levels. I am not ready for AI to be running shit. And I heard today AI was AI drones. They're going to start using in work. I'm not interested in
AI
that.
The one area that I could see AI being pretty amazing in is animation. Because animation is something that very few people can actually achieve. It takes hundreds of people, thousands and thousands of hours to do it. And AI animation, I feel like...
people can raise their families on animating.
I do understand that. But animation has not been available to everyday filmmakers.
I was looking for a super old film that we had in distribution many moons ago.
Okay.
And I couldn't find it anywhere to download or watch.
Mm-hmm.
So I asked ChatGPT, hey, see if you can find this online anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like, no, I can't. And I was like, well, what about any pirate sites? Can you find it there? And it said, oh, we can't do that. I can't condone that. And I told it the truth, but it very well could have been a lie. That I owned the rights to it.
Right.
And then it continued to help me.
And then it found it.
No, it still didn't find it because it doesn't exist online in the current model.
Okay.
And maybe hasn't for 5 or 10 years. But I could have easily lied to it. I told it the truth that I did have the rights, and I do.
Right.
But I would have just had to lie. And it would have done what I wanted.
It's incredibly imperfect.
It doesn't understand truth.
Right.
It doesn't understand lie.
Right.
It doesn't understand accuracy or facts.
It's like that Ricky Gervais movie, The Invention of Lying.
Yeah.
Where the world has no idea what a lie is until he lies. And then he has all the power because he did it.
Yeah. That's a funny movie.
Oh, it is.
I like Ricky.
Yeah. Ricky's amazing. The best thing that we can do as artists and creators is back human beings, just in general in life. Okay.
Yeah.
If you're on the side of people, if you're in the side of the little man, you're on the right side instead of being on the corporate side, on the side of trying to reduce, spending and increase profit.
And AI is very bad for the environment at the end of the day.
That's true.
It takes an enormous amount of resources to run AI. I mean, there's not a whole lot that AI couldn't get trained on and help you do. Like if all of the law books are available online and put into a ChatGPT.
Well, I think there's, there's definitely
you could do away with lawyers.
Value. Yeah, there's definitely some things.
No, like everybody.
Yeah, of course.
Everybody except for labor jobs. We're all going to go back to site, like we're all going to end up at salt mines and healthcare facilities working and taking care of each other. And I have no idea how people of the future are going to make any money.
Well, maybe
other than physical labor.
We've only got 2 more episodes in this season. So maybe next year it'll just be AI versions of you and I.
I would like to do us as babies. The babies thing. I would like that. AI is going to have a hard time whenever all of these free AI tools are going to need to monetize. And that people aren't going to want to pay $10 a month to baby themselves, right?
Right.
They're not going to want to pay, like I paid $20 a month for the pro version of ChatGPT because, I'm asking a lot of questions.
Yeah.
But still, I have to do that and maybe find a resource and go to the resource and read that and make sure. I don't just go oh yeah, I'm gonna.
Well, I think ChatGPT is different because it's basically like having an assistant.
Google's getting fucked. Google ads and everything is
I don't
kind
mind.
of in a tailspin.
I don't mind
because
Google
they
fucked.
sell all this information.
I know.
And now, other resources are becoming the go-to for questions and it's throwing their metrics off and they're getting fucked. So, even large corporations are being affected by it. The government shut us down.
The government shut us down. Yes.
They did. We cannot shoot.
We were supposed to be shooting in New Mexico at White Sands and
it's
White
a national park.
Closed.
Yeah.
It's closed.
Yeah, it's not happening.
It's so hilarious. Like Mike Johnson is like, well, we need to reopen the government and then we'll discuss healthcare. Thank you, Lucy. Okay. My name's not Charlie Brown. I'm not running towards the football. Okay.
Yeah.
The only time that the Democrats, when there are 3, the Republicans have all of the levers of government.
Well,
this is the only chance that they have to try to stop basically Obamacare from being destroyed.
Well, yeah. And I don't understand, they're laying people off and stuff. And I don't understand in what world you think that's a good idea. Gainfully employed. They're paying taxes. They're not a burden. You're going to put them back onto, let's say, unemployment for a while. You're going to put them on food stamps.
And what is the option
You're
here?
going to bankrupt them.
Okay, from the Republican perspective, what is the option here? Let's say somebody comes in and they have a gunshot wound or they've been stabbed. And we're supposed to not give them medical care? If you're a Republican, why are you on the side of people dying?
They're people who are paying taxes in order to run your government. Why do you want them to die?
Why do you want people to die?
I think possibly people in higher elements of government know something about an asteroid or a spaceship and they just don't give a fuck anymore.
It's possible.
It's like there's an extinction level event that's going to happen and they really don't give a fuck.
Okay, so there's this thing called the 7 Mountains principle that really, really conservative Christians believe in. That basically, if they take over the 7 mountains, which is, it's like a government, media, education, entertainment. There's 7 of them.
Let me just stop you there.
Let me just stop you there. The end times.
Let me just stop you there.
Yeah.
If entertainment is a mountain, they ain't taking that one. Because I'm telling you right now, the movies those people make are shit.
Well, that's true. That's true. Well, Paramount has the symbol of a mountain. So maybe they have
that
taken
counts.
that mountain.
Oh no, it's the ninth gate.
It is.
They've broken the seventh seal.
Yes, the seven mountains is supposed to bring about the end times.
And
if you're fucking thinking
what?
of the end times.
Guess what?
God.
Guess what? The people who are worried about that and want to hasten the end times, it ain't gonna be pretty for.
I just want to say sometimes it's embarrassing to be a Christian.
Yeah, but the very people who would be so pious, they would think they would be chosen to go on to some amazing golden gated heaven.
Right.
Are probably the people who are least likely to get there.
So stupid.
I'm considering putting all of our past episodes on Patreon.
Oh.
Like, why not?
Okay.
If somebody wanted to give us $5 a month to listen to our old episodes, like, fine. Or just $5 and then they cancel.
Well, this week we had a really weird experience where all of these like old films and kind of some very old friends kind of showed up on Tubi and Plex and their films, like, Bruce's and George's and things like that. And it made me go, gosh, should we just put our old stuff out there? It's kind of embarrassing, I mean, it's like when you started out.
Look, yeah. And there are some people who just aren't embarrassed. Like if you turned it on and you watched it, like, fuck you, you're watching it.
Yeah.
But it is embarrassing. It's like old dirty underwear that don't fit anymore. I don't know if I want that flooding the
folks,
market.
Do you really want to see our old dirty underwear? Let us know. Should we put our old episodes? Should we put our old movies out? How dirty do you want that underwear?
It's hard not to get romantic about movies. Thanks for listening to Married to Movies.